All right, Titans and Titan staff, we are excited to be here today with you virtually as Titan's voice, and we are going to do some staff awards today. So thanks for joining us. I've got most of our Titan Voice crew here, and they've got some great awards. So we will zip through them as quickly as we can, but we thank you for tuning in today. We're going to get started with Margaret.
The I Don't Know Award. Before we came to New Tech, when we raised our hands and the teachers came, we expected an answer to our question. Freshman year was annoying because our answer was another question. Getting to have this teacher at the beginning and the end of my high school career has been amazing because I've truly gotten to know this teacher really well. And it still bugs me that I had a question and an answer, and the response was, I don't know. But let's find out. So the I Don't Know Award goes to Miss Kuiper.
The next award goes to Mr. Coughlin, the Country Inside of a Country Award. Every day, Senior Coughlin pushes you to speak in the language he is teaching, otherwise he pushes you to get a few words out. If you don't understand the language all too well, he will either help you or advise that you ask other students around you. He is amazing at teaching Spanish from my point of view. He does it differently from all of the other teachers in the district. He makes stories and pictures out of what he's going to teach you. He's an amazing teacher, and I'm glad I got to have him as a teacher this first year at New Tech High School.
This next award, it was written by Naomi, and she's not with us today, so I'm going to read it really quickly. This goes out to Mr. Erickson. The Show Must Go On Award. Every day without fail, he walks into the classroom with a smile and a great amount of energy. He does not know what is exactly going to happen at any given time. He doesn't know when someone is going to fail a test or surprise him by getting an A, but it is how he continues the situation. If a student is struggling, he will do everything he can to help get them back on track and encourage them the whole time. If a student does really well, he will be there to celebrate them. Once an issue is resolved, he will continue. He doesn't stop trying to help us all understand. Thank you, Mr. Erickson, and that is why you get the Show Must Go On Award.
This award goes out to Mr. Soren. It is Distracting Conversations Award. Every day it never fails, there's always a conversation in his government class. We go from taking notes to spitting facts, from watching news headlines to talking about stock, from climate change to 2020 candidates. There's always a conversation to be had, and Mr. Sorensen is just the person to listen. He's knowledgeable and has a good memory, so he always has something to say to keep the conversation going. In his government class, everyone is welcome to share their opinion with the Distracting Conversation, even if it means we only get 7 minutes of work time. The Distracting Conversation Award goes to Mr. Sorensen.
Next award is called the Sunshine Award, and it goes to Miss Roberts. Although I personally don't have the privilege of sharing a class with her this year, it is always a pleasure to see her in the hallway, smiling and drinking water or coffee. She is always having a polite conversation with another student, and I know that everyone looks forward to seeing her each and every day. She always takes the time to thoroughly understand every single one of her students' questions, so thank you for brightening my day.
This award goes to Miss Roush, and it's the Ready, Set, Unwrap Award. Miss Roush has the traditional game of Saran Wrap Ball that is played at the end of the semester for almost every art class that she has. It sort of signifies the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another. But that's not the only fun game that she has. Her team builders are not only fun, but help bring people closer, and that usually meant new friends. So thank you for helping us meet new people and finishing our classes out with the most competitive game. And thank you for another fantastic year.
The Serve Lasagna Award. We as a Titan family have been so happy to welcome this new teacher into our building. This teacher not only made us laugh and sing, but also made us smile. As we left their classroom every day to go forth and serve lasagna, we all couldn't help but smile. I wish our year wasn't cut so short, but you got it next year. even without me doing tech. This is why the Serve Lasagna Award goes to Mr. Ferry.
This next award goes to Miss Carmody. I got to have Miss Carmody for 2 classes this year, seminar and geometry. You were always there to help me with geometry, algebra, or something in my personal life. I know I confused you more than once this year, but you tried your best to make sure I figured it out in the end. You helped me meet all my goals this year. Thank you for a great year. That was the Can This Class Get Any Bigger award.
Next award is Can Gym Get Any More Fun award. I always look forward to Mr. Kiso's gym class. It always excites me when I have his class next because I know I'm going to have fun. Mr. Kiso does a great job of making gym class fun with a whole bunch of different games. He helps people that don't really like sports that much and teaches them how to play. You are such an amazing teacher, and thank you for making my day every time I go to gym. And that was Can Gym Get Any More Fun award.
Next award goes to Ms. Monahan, the Patience Award. I have shared a few classes with you this year, and I have learned from those that you have an extraordinary amount of patience. This could be learned from your own family or from many years of teaching here. Everyone in this school has a love for your personality and your ideas. We are very proud to have you as a part of our New Tech family.
This next award goes to Ms. Hittner. It's called the Helping Hand Award. I have never met a teacher that is as good as walking you through and helping you through things like Mrs. Hittner. If I am confused, I know I can always come to you for help, even if you've already explained it 3 times already. I always see students getting help from you. You are such an amazing teacher, and we appreciate all the hard work that you have put in this year. Thank you for being super helpful, and I'm going to miss having you as a teacher next year.
The Adulting Award. The one thing we really know before we graduate is how to adult. We started off the year with the juniors in our class, mentoring them, and then came the fun stuff, Conversations with Olson. Conversations with Olson was the highlight of senior year, learning everything from how to cook in a crock pot in our dorm room to how not to mess up your life. Thank you for making a huge impact on every student at New Tech. Even though your tough love is tough, it's a huge part of us going from kids to be prepared young adults. Adulting may be hard, but your wisdom truly has helped. The Adulting Award goes to none other than Mr. Olson.
Next up, the Historic Fun Award. Mr. Hawkins has always had his own way of making the class interesting. His uniquely fun review games, such as Trash Get Ball and Bingo, were always a hit, and his stories of being a postage worker kept the class listening like nothing else. Thank you for always bringing historic levels of fun to your classroom, Mr. Hawkins.
The next award is called the Popcorn Fun Award. Miss Soufflot is one of the most amazing teachers to have ever lived. She's always there to help kids who don't quite understand chemistry and is always a breath of fresh air whenever I see her. She's always there to hear you out and walk you through a difficult problem, always a smile, and loves popcorn. 10 out of 10, best teacher.
The next award goes to Mrs. Schultz, You Get Out What You Put In award. I was one of the lucky students who got to have you in both junior and senior year, and I truly mean lucky. You're stern, to the point, knowledgeable, and pretty funny. You always push us to do our best, but you don't hold our hands while we do it. You always want more from us, but you aren't going to do it for us. You tell us all the time that you only get out what you put in, and I've never heard truer words because you can't get anything if you don't do anything. You want to achieve your dream, then take the first step. Use actions, not words. You can't expect the world to hold your hand and give you what you want. So suck it up, Buttercup, and go out there and work for it. The You Get Out What You Put In award goes to Mrs. Schultz.
The What Just Happened award. All throughout the year, I've seen you just stop in amazement at what high schoolers can come up with. You always find the best way to move forward just shaking your head. This was a hard year towards the end, but you still kept it pretty normal and were around to talk anytime. Algebra 2 was a blast this year with you. That was from Ms. Denai.
Up next, the Mighty Backbone Award. Mrs. Donahoe has what may be the most difficult job at the school. Being the school counselor, she has to create all of our schedules and then remake them again when we change our minds 3 days later, all while trying to help us figure out life past high school. Thank you, Mrs. Donahoe, for being the mighty scheduling and advice backbone of our school.
This next award goes to Mrs. Krause. This comes directly from her students in the special services. It's the Sunshine Award. Mrs. Krause, you are always a bright smile in everyone's day. Thanks for all you do to help students figure out the way to learn that works best for them. Thanks for being our sunshine.
Next up is the Tech Guru Award. Tech isn't always easy, but when it breaks, it really breaks. Matt is always around to help us with broken technology, and he gets our technology back to us in no time and always has a positive attitude. Thanks for being awesome. The Tech Guru Award goes to Matt DeBoer.
The Unsung Hero Award. Who could handle the craziness of a bunch of teenagers? Only our heroes. Thank you for keeping our school clean so that we can learn all that we need to. The Unsung Hero Award goes to Wallace and Micah.
The Super Lunch Lady Award. Miss Mayo puts in a lot of effort into the lunchroom and makes sure that the lunchroom is clean and ready for the students of New Tech to eat in. Without you, we wouldn't have such an amazing lunchroom and fantastic meals planned out for the week. Thank you.
Miss Selwyn and Mrs. Jorgensen.
Calm within the storm.
The only people who can run a school when there are no students in the building are our principals. They ensured that we as students could still have the quarantine year of our lives. We are so happy to have you guys not only as our principals, but also as our mentors and friends.
We may not know what's going to happen in the next few months with this virus or with the transition to Jefferson, but students always know that you two are the calm within the storm.
The Calm Within the Storm Award goes to both Mrs. J.
and Miss Elwine. Josiah, you need to unmute yourself.
The Health Award goes to Nurse Michelle. Thank you so much for looking after all of the new tech students. It is very much appreciated. You are very nice and understanding. We appreciate all you do and keep our schools healthy.
Next award goes to Ms. Schwab, the Nice and Tidy Award. Despite our library not being the biggest one in the world, you make sure to contact other schools to fulfill everyone's reading dreams. You make sure that the library is always clean and every book is in its special place. For most students who choose the library as their place of study, they know that they can always count on it being quiet, clean, and organized. Thank you so much for your hard work in keeping our library in tip-top shape.
Thank you for tuning in, Titans and Titan staff, and thank you, Titan Voice, for taking time to recognize all of us and show us your appreciation. We also appreciate all your hard work as a student council. Tune in next time or to the next link for the rest of the celebration ceremony, Titans, and we hope you have a wonderful summer.